It turns out that, you know, who'da thunk it, refining oil actually consumes like a ridiculous amount of resource. Kinda to be expected, to be honest. Kinda to be expected. Alrighty, let's yoink that over there. Ooh, this is a good test. This is a good test for elevation here. Very nice. Kind of very nice. Almost perfect. I like the way how you zone out belts though. That's very cool. That's very, very cool. Yeah, let's yoink this back. And then let's do this down to here. Does take a little bit of time to de-elevate the belt, but you know, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world by any means at all. Alrighty, and then we'll get this set up over here too. We need to get the pullers, or whatever the bleeding heck they're called. Sorters, that's right. Sorter. Okay, and then this needs to be hydrogen. And then this needs to be refined oil. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem. How do we yoink this out of here? All right, I'll just delete the belt. Deleting the belt, short term, much easier, much easier. Okay. All right. Okay, we got loads of hydrogen. We're about ready to go. Research speed is too slow. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it at all. Our research speed is gonna take a pretty considerable period of time, but I'm pretty sure it's not a. I was way to say I'm pretty sure it's not a research issue. I'm pretty sure it's just a production issue. Oh yeah, we just don't have enough research labs. Wow. Okay, that's real stupid. That's real stupid. I was gonna get some more research labs anyway. So why don't we do that? We need some of these magnet things. There we go, magnetic coils. I would actually like to start stockpiling these as well. Also, this needs to get redone just completely. Yeah, this is just trash. And I say that like I don't always output trash. But there we go. That actually looks competent. Sure. Okay. We'll leave it like that. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Probably want to get additional research labs over here, but also more importantly, we want to get research labs. We want to get research labs to also produce the energy matrix, the second level matrix stuff. We're gonna get on that pretty much as swiftly as we possibly can. But I think prioritizing research of the blue stuff is probably important. Let's go there. Let's go there. All right. So this might actually be a good opportunity to get sorter level 2. Not actually got any of them yet. Sorting speed is 3 per trip, so it's actually double. It's just a straight double on the original sorter. To be honest, it's probably going to be absolutely adequate. Let me yoink a couple of those manually. No, this needs to be set on research mode. There we go. Research mode, excellent. You also need to be set on research mode, although I think you will automatically be set on research mode if you're in a stack, which is excellent. Okay, so that's another triple stack of research, which means that we're going to be able to make pretty good progress on the research front. We're probably going to need to produce more of these basic cubes or whatever, but we can deal with that later. Let's prioritize. Let's prioritize sorting out this oil area, and maybe even sorting out our power network, which I am almost certain is crying out for a little bit of attention here. Okay, so priority number 1. Let's get production of these energy matrices done. We're going to need to pipe them all the way down to our research area. Is that a problem? Not necessarily a problem. It will mean a long belt. It will mean a long belt, unless we're able to magically reconstitute resources in different places magically, which I highly doubt we're going to be allowed to do, given that it probably breaks the laws of physics, even though I think the laws of physics in this game are flexible, to say the least. Flexible. We probably want to get more outputs here, actually. Yeah, okay, so get more outputs. And actually more inputs. It's so strange. It's so strange how in Factorio, you know, you're able to belt right into something through the use of a loader or, you know, with the use of an inserter. But this is really, it's taken my mind for a spin. How you want to have everything parallel in order to max everything out, in order to max core energy will deplete soon. Let's stand next to our power pole here for a second. There we go. Good stuff. All right. There we go. Alrighty. Now, we just need this. Let's redo this. Let's redo this a little bit. Okay. So, sorters in this game. I think there is a difference between Factorio, just from the sense of they need to be they need to go over the belt. And that's what's sort of tripping me up. That's what's sort of confusing me, is that they interact with the belt in a slightly different way, so they're like, in a sense, like one line closer than Factorio's sorters, if that makes sense. Why is that not working? We should be... Okay, it's just a general power shortage. It's just a general power shortage, which should make everyone happy. We're probably going to need to fix up... this over here. Let's yoink in some plant life. There we go, just to keep us going. Some wood, some hydrogen too. Alrighty. So this is really proof that we just do not have enough. We just do not have enough coal coming in here. Let's build... I guess we can build 2 mines. and I guess we can just stick the output straight onto this belt. If we were to do that, then that would at least mitigate, to some extent, this power shortage travesty that seems to have developed. That can get ditched. Okay. So, right in there. Kind of looking to get as many veins as we possibly can. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Alrighty. So link that up. Let's not use a fancy schmancy cable. There we go. Good stuff. Solar panels. We need silicon for solar panels, and that needs to be acquired from stone. At least on this planet. At least on this planet. We can investigate other planets in a little bit, I hope. Okay. Speaking of research, what are we doing? This is a pretty big bit of tech, actually. Integrated circuit device. The rest of the tech, I believe, maybe with the exception of some of these upgrades that we can get. Yeah, okay, so we can definitely get a couple of... We can definitely get a couple of upgrades, which would be good for our mech, at least. Unlocks Mecha Flight. Oh, there we go. That's actually super easy. And that only takes 150 color and also magnetic coils. We're going to be able to get done with that super duper quickly. Just like that, by plonking down an extra mining machine here, we've managed to pretty much sort our power issues. And basically we're fine. Basically, we're fine. Okay. Still very, very good. Still very, very good for power. Still very, very good for research. Lack of matrices. Kind of strange, but okay. So ditch that. Give us a level 2 sorter here. And then a couple of level 1 sorters. And that's excellent. Let's go and charge ourselves up before we completely dejuicify ourselves. Wonderful. We can do that over here, which is exactly where we're going, because we need to get these energy cubes built. We need to get them built, not necessarily quickly. We want to start work on some more complicated research. Okay, stand in the area of effect of this power pole, and we can charge up. Please refuel. I like how it says please. It's very, very considerate. Right, so back over here. 3 outputs. 3 outputs to the graphite. I am causing a massive power shortage on my own power network, which is kind of irritating, but not the end of the world. Alrighty, processor is completed. Excellent. Good stuff. Okay, 150 color. Just so happens that we got a good amount of color over here. We can also probably manually produce the magnetic coils. There we go. Keep on taking a bunch of color out of there. And we'll make the magnetic coils in just a second. Okay. Probably can afford to get another stack of matrix labs. The best place to do that? Debatable. Debatable. Probably here? Sure. Right over yonder. That sounds good. Maybe we can even get a little bit of elevated belt involved here. That would be kind of nice. We'll redo this. Almost certainly not going to have enough immediate production of the graphites. But that can be expanded. We can expand out our smelters over here. That's no great issue. All right, stand within this area so that we can charge up really quickly. Satisfaction is going to drop as the video game realizes that it needs to power me up, as well as dealing with all of my super power expensive structures anyway at the same time. Then let's get this online as well. Good stuff. And now we need to get outputs. So let's do that there. Excellent. Not excellent. No. Take it back. I take back my take back. It is excellent. It works. Alrighty. Let's see. So we're looking basically to get over here. We probably just want to belt all the way around. Now, how does belt over water work? I'm curious. I'm very, very curious, in fact. Seems to work just fine. Well, I mean, let's do it then. Let's do it. Very, very excited that works. Let's see if we can get... How many of these coils do we need? 57. 57 coils. I really want to fly. It's quite exciting. Okay. 57 coils. Okay. Start producing them. Produce. I know that I'm almost out of fuel. we'll have a little look. The elevation of these belts, I think, should be fine. Sluggish. Pro strat. Save. No, I can't even place down a power pole because we're so unbelievably out of juice. My thrusters are terrible. Okay. Throw in some fuel to keep us going. What do we got? Ah, there we go. Refined oil. I knew that we kept it on us for a reason. Can we actually burn the graphite? We can burn the graphite as well. That's kind of cool. I should have put it down beforehand. Hindsight is 20/20, as they say. People do say that about hindsight. Okay. Looking good though. We'll be able to get flight. Yes, thankfully, however, 2020 is indeed in the rear view mirror. So that's where 2020 went. Right, let's walk back over here and let's charge this up. Charge this mecha up. Booyah! Let's go. Excellent. And let's yoink some more coal out of here. Okay, this is good. Now, I would really love to get a new construction drone. I would love to get a new construction drone. Where is that? That's in drone engine. 1 meters per second construction drone flight speed. That's actually, well, that's good. That's very, very good. Inventory capacity, communication control. What do I need for the second one? Oh, I need red. I need red things. That's fine. That is completely fine. Right, let's see if we can elevate these belts, shall we? So, I want to know if it's possible for us to... It's totally possible for us to just stack belts up on top of each other. That is exciting. That is really, really exciting. So that means that we can have a very, very streamlined process, in fact, where we have... Oh, actually, tell you what, though. We're not going to be able to input. I don't think that we're going to be able to allow to... I don't think we're going to be allowed to input into the factory here. Yeah, so that is not allowed. We're not allowed to input at that level. Not necessarily a problem, because it means that we can always... There's not even like a second level of input, is there? Now that's an interesting choice. So we can stick it in... We can stick it in here. Excuse me? No. No. There we go. Love a little spaghetti belting. I mean, look. Spaghetti is only spaghetti if it doesn't work. That's not actually the definition of spaghetti. Spaghetti is actually a long type of pasta, but it also doesn't work. Spaghetti doesn't work, and neither does this joke. This joke is not going anywhere. Yeah. In fact, I think it's probably a bit of a stretch to even suggest that I even made a joke. Right. Produce some of those. Wonderful. Excellent. Okay. I must confess, I'm pretty ambivalent about spaghetti, to be honest. I think spaghetti is like a middling form of pasta. There are better, shorter forms of pasta, in my humble opinion. Okay, now how do I copy? There's a way that I can copy across things here. Ah, there we go. Very, very simple copy and paste job. Excellent. This is overkill. We do not need 2 exporters. We just need like 1 exporter. 1 exporter per factory is ample, at least in the short term, I think. Unless I'm mistaken. Nope. Looks like 1 is absolutely enough. Okay. Very, very good. Now let's sort out hydrogen. Let's sort out hydrogen for this second stack here. So, if I could get a splitter, that would be excellent. Pretty easy to build a splitter here. I want to see if we can try and make a replicatable process. A process that is able to be copied again and again and again is kind of what I'm after. Kind of what I'm after. Yeah, that's good. That's good there too. Nice. Man, I like these splitters. I like these splitters. I really, really do. And the fact that we have so much choice as to how we make them is real nice too. There we go. All right, so let's loop around the back here. It's a little bit funky, but it does indeed work. Probably going to need a little bit more hydrogen, but at the same time, good news, it takes longer to make these energy matrices. It takes longer to make these energy matrices than it does to make the other ones. Right, good stuff. Come this way, come down. There we go. Just like that. Just like... Make 20 of those. The reason that it is good news, is that it means that I have to less regularly supply resources. Although, actually, looking at it now, I suspect that the reason why it's taking longer is just because we have less power, which is kind of counter as to what I'm after. I want more power. Believe it or not, I do actually want to sort out my power situation at some point soon. Can I get flight now, please? By the way, video game, I would very much like to fly. We'll build our third matrix over there. Third matrix lab. Nice. What do I need? I need 26 more bits of coal. That should be enough. All right. Let's fly. Let's freaking go. Okay, this is looking, I mean, very, very strange. Also, that's, there's some curvature there. There's some curvature there. Is this Earth not flat? That is news to me. Okay, well, now that we've got this over here, I think that this belt does still work. Drive engine, excellent. You can now fly and increase the move speed of 150% in flying mode. Double press the space key to lift off. That doesn't actually make sense. Increase the move speed of 150%. Okay. I think that there are some translation issues. But that's fine.
You have received the ability to fly. Double-click the space key to lift off. And then use the arrow keys to control mecha movement. The moving speed
that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's good news. Right, let's do this here.
Can return the mecha to the ground
and we'll start using these level 2 inserters so that we can actually have just a little bit of bonus speed here. And we should be pumping all of these brand new energy cubes into the system, which is excellent because it means that we are in with a good chance of being able to speed up our research just a little bit and do some more advanced stuff. Plus 1 meter per second construction drone flight speed. Construction drones fly faster. That is... Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess this is kind of like the Optimus Prime thing that I was chatting about earlier. Oh, we're completely out. Okay. Yikes. My bad. I didn't realize how much flying took. Let me see. I didn't even see how much we had initially. Where's my big power pole? Here it is. There we go. Okay, we are still super low on the old power, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's I'd say it's actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad. It's actually fine. It's actually fine. It doesn't actually use too much. The animation is a little jank. But it's Okay, okay. I take it back. I take it back. It's too much. It's too much. It's okay. It takes too much. It takes too much power. It takes too much power to fly. I'm never gonna fly again. Just joking. I'm very, very much interested. I'm very, very much interested in flying. I think honestly, my whole opinion of this game thus far. Let's do some research and then I can give you my opinion, if indeed you give two hoots about it. Let's do that. My opinion of this game thus far is very, very positive. Very, very, very positive. I like it a lot. High efficiency logistics system? Nah. Titanium smelting? Nah. Photon frequency conversion? Magnetic levitation technology. I mean, we're gonna need to do all of this stuff, so we might as well. Hydrogen fuel rod? Oh, yeah, we have a couple of those, actually. X-ray cracking. I mean, we can pretty much make everything. We can pretty much make everything. Ooh, what is this? A structure matrix. Okay, so that's the next... That's the next level. Honestly, though, sorting out our power would be a really, really good short-term objective. It's funny, the ability to build lights and the ability to build batteries are both out with the grasp of the super advanced time that I seem to have found myself in. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Real quick, let's get a couple of these thermal power whatchamadoodas, and we can sort of chain them together kind of just like this, actually. All right. The power that we have access to at the moment is pretty limited, to be honest, which is why I really want to improve. I really just want to, in general, improve things a lot. But it needs to be with fossil fuels. It needs to be with fossil fuels. Because we just don't have access to silicon. And in order to get silicon, we'd have to do some additional shenanigans. Not like I'm necessarily against doing additional shenanigans. On the contrary, I'm very, very pro shenanigans just in general. Hey, look at that. Okay. Deuterium. Nuclear energy age. We are entering the nuclear energy age. How incredibly exciting is that? Actually, tell you what we could do here. Tell you what we could do. Instead of just using your basic sorters, I think that we could actually benefit from using more advanced ones. The level 2 sorters here. I think we'll do that. Okay. Yeah, re-cracking, or should I say, I guess cracking, but in a different way. Cracking our oil so as to free up a little bit of extra hydrogen is definitely something that I'd like to do, because I like free real estate. Just in general, free real estate is good. We're after a little bit of stone. It's fine. We can just fly across there. Alt. There we go. Nice. And then we fly back. And we hope that we don't run out of power halfway across the ocean. Just because I'm terrified about what that actually might bring. Death is what I suspect that it will bring. Okay. I'm looking for one splitter. Maybe a second splitter. Probably want to grab... Oh, look at this. Okay, we've actually finally sorted our power situation out, which is excellent. Really, really happy with that. Let's not bother building two of those. Just one more. One more. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Thermal power station. Bada bim, bada boom. Yeah, we'll leave it oriented that way. Cool. Alright. I mean, it may not be the most pretty, most incredible setup in the world, but it's actually completely adequate for what we need. Yeah. This is shaping up quite nicely. I mean, I want to move away, you know, jokes about polluting the environment aside. I want to move away from just pure reliance on coal. I mean, we're cracking oil at the moment, and we could be using that. We could definitely be using that, and we're just not. Right, let's have a little look at our capacity. Our capacity, generation capacity, 19.6. Consumption demand is hovering around about 11 or 12. So that's good. We have a problem with this magical red cube. Oh, no. Fly faster before we... Okay, we're out of juice. But we're going to be able to recharge here. There we go. Okay, what are we out of? What are we out of? There's something not right in the state of Denmark. We have 100% power production at all of the Matrix labs now, which is great. We do need to rework cracking to give us that hydrogen, which is nice. And speaking of, it looks like hydrogen is in short supply here. Looks like hydrogen is in short supply. Looks like hydrogen is in short supply. Okay, hold up. Let me have a little look at the research tech tree. So, the cracking was available to us where? Was it basic chemical engineering? Is it X-ray cracking that allows us to use... Yeah, so it's X-ray cracking that will allow us to crack refined oil and hydrogen down into energized graphite and hydrogen as well. So, that's queued up already. Where is it on the list? Let's prioritize. Let's prioritize that. Let's prioritize that so that we can get that started. But apart from that, actually, all that we really need to do is bring our additional oil refinery online. I think it's actually that simple. Alright, so... will you connect up here? You will not connect up here. But hydrogen we can bring around this way. Down there. Wonderful. Let's get the... let's get that sorted. We want hydrogen to be here. That's cool, actually. That's a really, really nice feature. So you can, yeah, you can just tab through. You can tab through before actually placing the sorter as to what it will extract. That's such a nice feature, actually. That is really, really nice. So you don't have any contamination on the belt. That is so cool. That is actually so cool. So yeah, I'm just tabbing through the filter, and it'll automatically... looks like it automatically selects from the available outputs in any given building. Which is... wow, that's very, very nice. That's very, very nice indeed. Okay, so more hydrogen. More hydrogen, the merrier. We have nowhere near enough hydrogen at the moment to satisfy our demand for it, because we needed to make the energy matrix. We actually need two hydrogen to make the energy matrix. You know what? Let's throw additional points into X-ray cracking right now. This is going to take 19 minutes. I refuse to believe that it's going to take that long. I refuse to believe that it's going to take that long if we put our minds to it. the good news is that the oil extractor looks to be managing to deal with all of the refineries at this moment in time. So we have all of the refineries working overtime speed. All right. Also, chemical plant. Let me stick down the chemical plant because I haven't actually had a little look at what the chemical plant can do. So we can make in the chemical plant plastic, graphene, 2 different recipes for graphene. Looks like we can either construct it from energized graphite and sulfuric acid, or we can break something. I don't know what that is. We can break it down. Or there's the advanced recipe. Yeah. I don't know what that advanced recipe actually entails, but that's fine. That's good. I mean, I wonder, maybe it's worth us getting even an additional oil refinery? Because we're going to need to continue to crack oil anyway. Why don't I build a couple of extractors? I'll build a couple of additional refineries, and maybe even another extractor over here at some point, because we may very well need that. Okay. And look at that. We're already like an 1/8 of the way through. It's actually pretty decent. It looks like only the bottom level is consistently active. The bottom level of the Matrix Lab is consistently active, which is not necessarily a problem, but it is a little bit irritating. But, you know, there's not much that we can really do about the fact that we don't have much hydrogen at this moment in time. It's all fine. We also want to get the fractionalator thing. What do we need? We need the processor. What do we need for processor? We need nanocrystalline components. And in order to get that, we need high purity silicon. High purity silicon needs silicon ore, which requires 10 stone ore. Okay, that's actually a good thing to do. A good thing to do whilst we're waiting for the silicon to complete. Sorry, whilst we're waiting for the oil refinery. The oil refinery buildings to complete, we can actually work on the silicon, which is pretty important. Let's make silicon ore. There we go. And I immediately hate the placement of that. The reason that I hate the placement of that is because I think that we would benefit from a proper tier 2 thingamabobber here. There we go. Excellent. Alrighty. Probably worth us getting a couple of additional cracking facilities or smelting facilities, whatever. We throw a couple of them down. That'll sort us right out. We do have another oil refinery now, which is nice. Throw that down over here. Okay. So let's do something real cheeky. I think we should just be able to, yep, there we go. We're able to extract oil directly from the belts. We can always speed it up if need be, but for now, short term, we can crack this down using plasma refining, which is the recipe that we have to use. We have absolutely no choice in the matter. There we go, straight in there. And we're gonna need to get more sorters. We can use tier 2 sorters. It's actually not a problem. Okay. And we get this. Okay, it looks a little bit funky. It looks a little Spaghetti City style, but that's okay. It's just a temporary setup. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Say no more. Alrighty, and that's an extra little boost of hydrogen for us. does bring us very, very near to our generation capacity, which is a little bit of a scary figure, because the generation capacity is not actually where we are. I don't actually think that we have the capacity to generate 100% of our generation capacity, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Where's my nearest charging cable? I'm gonna plug myself in. BRB. Yeah, I can't wait to do a Team Rocket is blasting off again and then just never return to this planet. It's gonna be real good. It's gonna be real good. But at the same time, it's also gonna be sad. If I never return, then I'm never gonna be reminded of all of the fun, fantastic times that I've had on this planet, which is called 39 Crucius 3. I don't know who named it. I don't know if it was named after Crucius himself, herself, but I'm not a fan of Crucius as a name. Not a fan of Crucius as a name at all. We are in need of a little bit of extra oil, but not that much additional oil, but still a little bit of additional oil. So let's get down another extractor. We need steel. We got steel. Okay. Nice. Oil extractor. Boom. That was an oil extractor, not an oil refinery. Correct? That was an oil extractor. Good. Good, 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 good. I guess, like, the Dyson Sphere that we're trying to build is kind of like the meatball to my spaghetti on this planet and my spaghetti on all subsequent planets. But again, I gotta make it absolutely clear. I don't rate spaghetti. It's okay. It's fine. You know, it's... Oh my goodness, that was a bright sunrise. You know, spaghetti is okay. Spaghetti is okay. There are better pastas. There are better pastas. Okay. I tell you what, even though I've been faffing around here, we have made pretty good progress on X-ray tech here, which won't necessarily make this entire area redundant, but it's at least gonna hopefully make it work a little bit more smoothly. Right, so let's bring this around the back here. This is, I mean, a pretty horrific setup, but it's the only way that I can reasonably think to make it work without rejigging a whole bunch of stuff. So, you know, again, it's temporary. It's temporary. We don't need to worry about it. We don't need to worry about it. We don't need to worry about it. Okay. This splitter splits the hydrogen between the two matrix labs, which is not super essential, actually. Could have been done in a slightly different way now that I think about it, but, I mean, it's okay. It's fine. I mean, at the moment, we don't have enough hydrogen anyway, so I guess the splitter is entirely redundant. But one of these days, when we're sitting pretty, it won't be redundant. I like to think that I'm future-proofing this, right? I'm future-proofing this network. Right, there we go. So a little bit of additional oil. That's just going to give us that little bit of extra oil to refine, which is wonderful. Storage tanks, got plenty. We got plenty of storage in the storage tank. It's wonderful. Each and every one of our oil refineries should be working at maximum speed. We have the best silicon in the game coming out of the stones. That's right. We're extracting silicon from the stones. Is that something that can happen in real life? I don't know. I presume so. I presume so. But again, you know, physics kind of works differently here. Physics kind of works differently. Right, so we got the silicon extraction. What were we going to actually do with that silicon? I can't for the life of me remember. Deuterium. Oh yeah, we were gonna build a deuterium factory. That was it. I remember now. A fractionator. Yeah, so we need it for a processor. We need it for a processor. We need it for processor components. Let's build one. Let's build one. Let's build one. That's looking good. I'm telling you, we're gonna be able to pop right off, and our hydrogen production is gonna go absolutely through the roof. As soon as we unlock this X-ray tech, we're gonna go big. We're gonna go big on hydrogen. Or hydrogen's gonna go big on us. And by big, I mean it's gonna explode. I actually don't think that anything can explode in this game, which I like very much. Okay, looks like we're able to pretty reliably, I say pretty reliably, semi-reliably, we're able to produce 2 energy matrices at the same time. It's also because we don't have any power at the moment, which is terrible. Which is terrible. Insufficient power. Is that to do with our lack of coal over here? Yeah, it's entirely to do with our lack of coal over here. Oh wow, it's so nice to fly around. It's so nice to fly around. Let's get another mine over here. Okay. Right, nice. Ooh. Processing the coal into graphene. What's the megajoule difference? Let me have a little look-see. So, at the moment, it's 6.30 megajoules. Fuel chamber generation plus 60%. I don't know if that's like a little bonus. But coal is what? Coal is 2.7 megajoules, but it doesn't give us any fuel chamber generation. However, it does take 2 fuel in order to create energetic graphite. Okay, so we do actually straight up get a little bonus. However, the downside is that we have to use power to transform it into into graphite. I think it's still worth doing. If not to show off how cool this game is. Righty. And in there, copy, paste in there. And let's get more felt here. Excellent.